Okay, so if you have watched the first part of the video, right, I have not completed the video because just nice my phone start to ring then my customer looking for me. So I will continue my video here. So this is the part 2, okay? So very good because I break like that, right? Then I can like explain more concise and more maybe more detailed in what I want to say. Okay, so I break it into 2 videos. Hopefully you understand and it's not too long. So if you haven't watched the part 1, please go and watch the part 1 because it is the part 2. Okay, so I just want to clarify is that not all sellers that is asking for extension or asking for late submission is not serious. Okay, so I don't want you all to misunderstand. But I will say that most of these sellers, they are not ready because they have the mindset, okay? They might have the mindset that if I sell and then later when I buy, I can try to synchronize the sell and buy together. But when they sell, they realize that if I sell now, then I cannot buy and there's nothing to buy, then what's next? So the way they did their planning, the way they are being advised, the way the agents give them the consultation or the planning or the timeline planning whatsoever, to me I think is wrong. It's wrong in today's market scenario. Number one, why? It's very simple because in today's market scenario there is very little seller that is ready to sell without extension. There is very little seller that is ready to sell in the thinking that okay, I sell first, then I can go and rent or I got a place to stay and then I slowly buy back. So when there is very little of this what I call ready seller, those extension seller, they will not be able to transit properly because when they want to find a ready seller, there is no ready seller in the market. So when they sell, they want to buy. When they buy, they want to find a ready seller. There's no ready seller in the market. Then they will fall back on their plan. They will decide that, jialat, wrong already. I cannot do this because if I do this, there's nothing I can buy. So I cannot transit properly. So end up I need to have a place to stay or end up I need to rent. But their agents have never advised them that they need to have a place to stay, they need to rent. The agent always tell them that you can have 2 places, you extend this, extend that. So I just want you all to have the correct scenario because when the market was moving a little bit faster or during the bull market, there's many people that's looking to sell, investor also looking to sell, you will see there's more ready seller. And when there's more ready seller, this scenario will work reasonably well, not like very well, because I can tell you that it's very difficult to find a unit that you like and then yet can match your timing and then can synchronize and then can plan. I don't know how to explain to you correctly, but when you are in that scenario, you realize that it is not easy. So now in this market situation today where there is not enough seller in the market, this extension way of selling doesn't work anymore. Okay, so this happens in some of the very hot areas lah. But some of the areas, like say my agent has been telling me, hey, the rental unit cannot rent out, they want to sell this house, that house, no buyer. So the market starts to differentiate itself very well. If you realize there is a few parts to the property market today, we have the new launch market that has a lot of supply coming up in the next few months or even next year, or even now there is also a lot of supply at the new launch market. The second one you will see, we have the sub-sale market. Sub-sale market meaning those people that just take their keys. Okay, why I call it sub-sale, because they are still under the sub-sale category because they haven't go through the legal completion. So these condos that just taken their keys, there's also a lot of people that is selling, because if you watch my last video on making a fortune, a lot of people are trying to cash out because they have already made money. Then we have the resale properties. The resale properties are put in a different category. One that is the very popular ones that is still having a very high demand. The other one is already no demand, very hard to sell already. So these 4 categories in the private property market, they are very confusing now because they have 4 different impact. You know, In the very hot resale property, those that still have a lot of demand, it's very hard to get a unit if you realize, and very hard to get sellers. There is not enough units for you to compare, for you to view. But if you go to the new launch, sub-sale, as well as the resale that has not much demand, there is a lot of supply in the market. So it really depends on what you are looking for. As for the HDB market is still moving very fast. Again, the reason is because there's not enough sellers. But you will realize that you will keep meeting sellers that after you offer, they didn't want to sell or they are not serious in selling. It's very common in the HDB market, especially those that's asking for 60-day submission, 3 months extension and whatsoever. Please understand one thing, you cannot ask for extension if you didn't submit your purchase OTP when you are submitting your sale OTP to HDB. Okay, I don't know if this is too technical, but many people, if they didn't manage to buy in that 60 days extension, they won't be able to get the legal extension of 3 months. So anyway, situation is not very smooth and not very clear. This is how the Singapore real estate market works. During certain situations, certain things happen. During certain situations, certain problem arise. So we are in the next stage of the property cycle, definitely not in the bull market anymore. And we are seeing more and more different kind of problems and issues surfacing. So that's it. Follow my channel, hit the like button, subscribe button. I see you in the next episode, and bye bye.